This album is called Sid by Moo Latte. Moo Latte is a beat maker from Europe. I don't remember which place in Europe exactly, but I found him on Instagram and he makes extremely dope Instagram beat making videos. And he's also a multi instrumentalist as well. It looks like he could play the guitar very well. It looks like he can play the bass very well, and other instruments. And he does well on the SB 404. He does well on other type of, I would say, beat making controllers and type of beat making type of MIDI pads and stuff like that for Apple and other kinds of hardwares. And this dude, he's oh man, he's extremely talented. Like he's wow, you could just watch all his videos on Instagram and just feel just the talent just like all around and surrounding and exploding out of this dude. And this album Sid is just man, it's so crazy. Like it's such a rich copulation of like such beautiful beats wrapped around these like I would say traditional folk music samples from all around the world. It seems like it seems like he listens to a sample of a song from uh, any kind of country, you know, a traditional folk song or a traditional, I would say, like local. I don't want to say maybe indigenous kind of music, but it's not pop music. It's basically it sounds like he's just sampling from like you know, for example, like an African record that you'll find in a foreign section at a swap meet or something like that, or a record store. And what he does is that he just makes beats around these samples, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And the way he does it is so like careful and delicate. Like the drums don't overpower the samples, and the way that he builds upon the sample and adds different textures and different instruments like strings and bass and guitars to complement the sample and to not just like overpower it and knock it out of the track. It's so dope. And the man and the polyrhythms are so like I would say, man, the polyrhythms are just so meticulously sculpted out and carefully used in each and every track that sometimes you can't even like tell that it's a sample in a different time signature. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he places you know his percussion around everything is just so like beautiful. I would say like there's many different energies in his album. Like some tracks are very banging and some tracks are just very like mellow and beautiful but still has lots of like lush textures in them. One of my favorite tracks is, I would say, Needless. It's just like it starts off just with this African choir sample and it's just so beautiful. And he puts like these like Fender Rhodes keyboard sounds like underneath, and it starts growing and growing and growing. And then he puts like these drums that start off very slowly, and then it starts building up and up and up. And he takes stuff in and out, almost like kind of like a reggae Doug record. Like he kind of just takes things in and out to kind of tease you and preview certain things. And another track that I really like is like Nocto Visionary. Oh my god. Like that track, oh man. I think he uses the same sample as like another track in the album and just layers it on top. Or like towards the end. It's so crazy, man. And Niggling is very good. Is a very just like oh man, just a very like beautiful like combination of just like rhythms with the, it doesn't even sound like a guitar that's being used. It sounds like a lute or something like that. So a lot of like very unorthodox and different kind of instruments that are in these samples that he's using. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a lot of other producers that just go for jazz samples or like soul samples, you know, or like pop rock samples or whatever. Like, you know, he's using these foreign music samples and just sculpting these beautiful beats around them. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you really got to hear, man. And also the way the tracks flow in and out of each other, just so like so crazy, man. It's like, oh man, like you know, a track, you can differentiate the tracks in between each other, but the way that he glides them and guides them from the one track to another, it's so seamless. And it's like, oh man, just listen to this record. It feels like I'm taking like a vacation, like a world tour to these different places around the world, and I'm going to these different like kind of indigenous places, and I'm not even like you know, just like staying in the urban places. Like, I'm going to the urban places and I'm going to the more rural places, and and it just like it just takes you on a trip. You know what I'm saying? It takes you on definitely like a you know, a trip. You know, like you're traveling without moving. You know, that's what it basically is. You know what I'm saying? That's how like fluid and rich this album is. You know, and it's just so cohesive, and all the tracks just have different flavors, but they have different energies, but they all complement each other. You know, I'll also say my last point about the music is, oh man, the track Vicar right here. Oh my God, the way that he plays over the this like thumb piano kalimba sample with the this like African singer. Oh man, dude, like, dude, all the tracks that he, oh man, all the different elements that he brings over this track, and that he oh man, the first couple times I listened to this track, dude, almost like was moved to tears, man. Just the way that he builds things up, and he just like allows things to breathe, and he has all these different melodies, and everything is fitting so well, and it's I don't know, it just almost brought me to tears, man. That's how like beautiful that last track is, you know, and it's like the last track, and it's like a goodbye. It's like you're on a trip, and you know, you're on your way home from getting off the plane, from being out of the airport or something like that, and you're just thinking about all the memories that you had throughout this trip. That's what the track reminds me of. I want to talk a little bit about the art. So this art, man, I don't know, it looks kind of like a painting, man. It's a very kind of rustic kind of painting. It looks like someone designed this for him. It looks like something that could be in a like a African art museum or something like that. But it lends itself to the music very, very well. And it looks like two masks. I think the blue thing on the right is like a mask or something like that, and the other thing on the left is like supposed to be a person. It has a head, and it has shoulders, and it has like a collar, and then it has his name, Moo Latte, and then Sid. And I don't know why the album is called Sid or SYD. I might need to look more into that. But overall, yo, you really need to check out this album. This album is remarkable. I haven't heard something this good in a long time. And it's just such a beautifully rich instrumental album, you know, and I think it will take you on a trip as well. So definitely check out Sid by Moo Latte. And I have links in the description section of this video directly to this Spotify playlist or list for this album. And if you want to check out my music, definitely check that out in the description section as well. So that's all it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Thank you so much for checking out this music review. If you want to check out any of my music, click on any of the links that's popping up anywhere around this video, or check out the description section below to my website or any of my social media platforms. See y'all later. Peace.